Right there. So we got our guy Sincere, Cern Love, Alamel. What's the deal? So Alamel, since it's early in the live stream, give us a paragraph. See, I love these paragraphs from Alamel. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand, but we got some actually we're gonna start off, we're gonna do a little heat map. We're gonna wait for a couple more people to come in. Okay, see, we out of luck today. We can't get a paragraph from Alamel right now because he's at the justice. And that's the right thing. So he said in the future, so I guess look, we don't have long to have the salvation. So let's enjoy our time. We don't know, look, Phil might be in here soon. You know his questions is going. And Divine is in the middle of an episode right now. The wordsmith, I don't know what's going on, but sometimes you gotta just let these things pass. But yeah, we got a little question. We got a little question that we're gonna start off with. King Math. Yeah, you probably be interested in some of the stuff that we covered today. What do I craft the beats with? Well, I'm using Logic and native instruments mostly. I got the Contact 5. I'm about to upgrade. Like I think when I got it, it was on like 7 or 8. The whole I don't know what's the name of that company again? Oh yeah, Native Instruments. I don't know what's wrong. But yeah, so I got the library complete. But I gotta upgrade right now. I'm about to upgrade. I gotta upgrade everything. I gotta get one of those computers with the M chips. Now, I don't even need the M3. If I get an M2, I'm good. So if anybody out there got an M2 you're not using, holler at me. Give me a rate on that. But I got other stuff though. Sometimes I use beats. What's the name of that company? The COD. They got a what's the name? Beats. I've used that a couple of times. And Universal Audio got they got a DAW now called Luna. I like that one. So, I move around, you know what I'm saying? Inspiration and stuff, but I would say most of them is Logic and native instruments. So I don't know today, it's raining out. So, a lot of people, depends on if you make it or you bring it. See, if you bring it, you might be scared to get wet. But while we waiting, for a few more of our brethren and sisters to come in, do we have any questions? Anybody got any questions? Stuff that we covered already, or maybe just that you have. See, I already told y'all got to write them down. Because I know what happens. You think of all the questions on Wednesday morning. And then by Monday, you can't think of it. That was some other news. I hate to put y'all on a sour note, but gotta give a shout out to 2 people, man. I put it in the order that I heard the news. You know what I'm saying? The Guy Bti, man. Originally from Long Island, used to be around here, man, with guys over here on Bill Avenue, man. We lost the guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like that was another one of them ones where kind of shook me up because God is my same age. You know what I'm saying? But so, not that it's a good thing when somebody older, but it's like, the degree of understanding, right? That that, this person, the wear and tear. But, when it's somebody my age, it's like, oh, snap, I didn't know that could happen. I mean, I knew it could happen, but, you know, you don't expect it. But the guy was peace, man. He always was a builder, man. I'm sure, a lot of people that tune in here, what I'm saying, know the guy, but, he was somebody that, he was out there with the people. He was one of those kind of street mayors, what I'm saying, where, a lot of blocks got a mayor, what I'm saying, somebody that is out there pretty much holding court all the time. What I'm saying? When you come out there, everything is regular because you see that person. What I'm saying? Like, if you don't see that person, you gotta ask, what's the deal like? What I'm saying? And he in touch with everybody. What I'm saying? So, but yeah, the guy returned to the essence. I heard that a couple days ago, but and just today, my sister texted me and told me that my cousin returned, man. You know what I'm saying? And this particular cousin, I was trying to think if he was the actual first. I could, there was a couple of people, what I'm saying? My brother, my uncle, what I'm saying? But he was one of them get busy people that was like, he was like one of my first heroes. That if you mess with me, I'm going to get him. And he ain't playing no games. Like when we was kids, he was much older than me, Like he was a teenager by the time, what I'm saying, I met him and all that. But that always was my guy right there. He also was the first person that I knew that at the time, he got locked up forever. Like I probably was about maybe 7 or 8 or something like that. And, he got like 30, 40 years or something like that. So, at that age, you can't really conceive of that type of time. You know what I'm saying? But, that was a sad day. Like I said, one of my heroes was gone, you know what I mean? And, I remember he was the first person I went to see in jail too. And I remember we went, this was another time. It wasn't this particular time. But, I went, we go to see him and, so, he like through the glass and everything, I see the glass there, I know he's in, I seen jail on TV or something, but I ain't really got the concept. I thought we went to pick him up. So when the time was up and we left and we going back to the car, I asked my aunt, like, yo, what's up? We're not gonna wait. We're not gonna wait. And she was like, nah, we can't wait that long. I was like, he's not coming? He's like, nah, not this time. He's not coming. So, a lot of things, like I said, I knew him at an age and he was already established where he showed me how to do a lot of things and shit, you know what I mean? But, that whole era of my life, right, is like, it had a lot to do with, the kind of characteristics that I developed and everything, but kind of the common denominator with all of those, my brothers and cousins and everybody that used to look out for me when I was little, right, is around 13 or 14, right? Like I said, a lot of them is a lot older than me. So like my uncle goes in the army, he gets locked up. My other cousin Bruce gets locked up. You know what I'm saying? My brother gets locked up. All of these people is, people is moving on. They, people having kids or whatever, they doing what they doing. And the 5% was kind of my first thing that I did. Like a lot of the other stuff that I was doing, I was getting into stuff that they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Charlie, all of them, hip hop, he was the one that really knew about that and was taking me to the jams and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, by the time all of them aged out on me, right? And then now I'm kind of, now I'm doing my thing. It's not like they abandoned me, but, on a day-to-day, I used to go outside with them. You know what I'm saying? And then once I started going out by myself, the 5% was kind of my first thing that that was all me. You know what I'm saying? And then so, Lil Charlie, Leroy, all of them, they got affected by that. You know what I'm saying? But, so now that we got some people in here, right? I got a question, right? In the knowledge degree, right? In the knowledge degree, why in the 1 to 10 that is, right? Why does it say Asiatic? That's not rhetorical. So, we waited for some people to come in. So Certain Love said from Asia to planet Earth. He said Asiatic, Asia describes the entire planet. Okay. Just one said I could only make an assumption there, trying to make a distinction of some sort. I got sincere. I don't think your whole comment came through. It just says one who's. Okay, now, Certain Love and Self-Our Bill, right? Here's the next question. Why are you saying that Asia is the planet Earth? Certain Love said from Asia to planet Earth. Asiatic said Asiatic, parentheses, Asia describes the entire planet. Why are y'all saying that? Dr. Turner said Asia is land. Agassi said one who is righteous in thought and actions, in thought and in actions, Asiatic means body and mind. Anybody else? The planet Earth is our home, no separation between the different blacks around the planet. Son Love said Allah is the Asiatic black man. Okay, but that brings us back to square one, right? Why does it say Asiatic black man? said you'd have to get into the etymology of the word to really get what he meant by that. Now, there's some things that you can find with the etymology, but we could deal right with the lessons. We're going to take it from the simple, right? That's how we do. Because I don't know what it is. Recently, I've been inspired to, start telling y'all a lot of things that how, when I was first getting the knowledge, right? How I drew things up then. Which, for me is interesting because, I can see the growth and development, from, what I knew about then to the science of research and growth and development that I have now. You know what I'm saying? So Asiatic is the term Elijah used to get across the concept of the original people being united, right? So now you're saying body and mind too. Self-Abdul said Asia also encompasses the planet when it was all unified pre-continental drift. Okay, but we're going to back that up a little bit. These is all, I like these. We're just going to organize these. I like these answers. We're just going to organize them and add on. Right? So we got anybody else wants to add on to this right here? Why does it say Asiatic in the knowledge degree? What does that mean, in that context? You see, and listen, you ever notice, right, that when people go with that degree, they get deep into how they the maker. They get real deep into how they the owner. You know what I'm saying? Super deep into how they the God of the universe. That there's no level to measure that depth. We didn't talk that much about Asia. So I guess that's about it. So look, we're gonna start with the simple, right? We're gonna start with the simple, and we're gonna take it right to the knowledge degree in the he said Asia is what the whole world was called before the devil divided it, giving the continents different names such as Africa, but it's all land. We see the unity. All right, we're gonna get into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So divine understanding said the knowledge degree has from knowledge to born. I see Asiatic as all the eyes that see, then it goes to you specifically as a man, so on to the father of civilization, God of the universe. It's a complete cycle. All right. See, the earth belongs to the original man, right? Is that about right? Where we see the knowledge degree in 114. Okay, so the earth belongs to the original man. We can name it what we want to name it. Right? Now, a couple of people here, right? Let's before we get there, right? Now, in your knowledge degree in the 140, right? It says that we're the supreme being black man of Asia. Right? The devil calls our people Africans, right? It's just right in the lessons, right? We here in the wilderness of North America, though, some of our brothers are speaking French and Spanish. But now we predate all that. We the Asiatic black men. Now, we got to back it up a little bit further. And I understand your concept. But y'all talking about Pangea, right? Pangea means all land, right? Pan means all, Gia means the earth, right? But here's the thing. Our Asia is the earth and the moon before 66 trillion years ago. So see, all these things which I was saying is right. We're saying that now we're one. We're not the American black man or the Hispanic black man or the Haitian black man, right? We the Asiatic black man. Is that did I simplify that? See, that was straight. Listen, that was straight. Look, y'all just that was straight from a conversation right here at the school. That's what inspired me to ask that question, just to see if because it'd be a lot of simple stuff that people don't know. You said, does that mean since he is of, then he supersedes it? Well, now look, this is the way I drew it up. Now look, there's different brothers that they got different lessons. See, I'm not from the earth. See, I'm the maker of the earth, so I'm not from. I'm of that place. But that's how I draw that up. Because when like if you look at the knowledge degree, some people's knowledge degree said supreme being black man from Asia. Yeah, that's why I say it can't be from because we the maker and own it. If anything, it's that Asia is from me. At the very least because of me. So, there's that part. So, now I guess we can move right in, right, to you know, today's mathematics. I want to see, what does born mean? We say born means to be complete. There's two separate questions now. We've unless anybody got any questions, we've moved on from Asiatic. We're on the next topic. So don't mix. I don't want nobody get thinking that we're on that same line. But what does born mean? And with this to be complete mean? So Justice said to bring something into existence. Now look, don't think this is a trick question, but it's something to make you think right here, Justice. Right? If it was already knowledge, because if you got the born, right, you got to go from knowledge. You got to start from knowledge. So if knowledge already existed, I'm just saying, just break it down, right? For the people. How does born just bring things into existence? Self-outbuilt said born is to bring forth, manifest, bring into reality, starting from the mind, bringing things to fruition. Likewise, the physical form manifesting through the womb. Son of Love said, B gives birth to the gods and earths. Born means to have the proper knowledge of yourself. All right, you got to break that one down. So our God sincere said growth through a number of stages. So you said be is to exist. Born is a step past that. All right, break it down. You said the knowledge is mental, born is physically tangible, able to grasp. So Arabi said, manifest your knowledge in wise words and actions contemporaneously. See, I think you're going to make, look, I'm going to give everybody, give everybody like 30 seconds. I'll give everybody like 30 seconds. I don't know if you got to look that word up. I know what it means. I'm just, it's been a while since I used the word contemporaneously. Wow. This vocabulary lesson right here at Random Jewels. 793rd. There you go again. When you catch up, 793rd. When you catch up, I got another question for you. I got it. All right, so Self-Our Bill said he's got to look that up. So, we're going to give it a little minute right here before we, So you said if you're building with the proper knowledge of yourself, you're teaching knowledge and wisdom. Okay. Okay, so you said, right, so okay. So now we go back a little bit. So Justice says, so born would be something coming into realization, not just existing. Right? Our guys can see it possessing certain qualities organically, like born to be a public speaker. Okay? That's being born alive, instead of born dead. Red Pool TV, welcome to the live stream. Anybody else? Want to add on with that? Let's see. Yeah, so knowledge of something exists, but taking that knowledge and actually applying it and then bringing it to completion and showing it was correctly implemented, born alive, as opposed to a failure, born dead. So again, right, we're just going to add on here. When you're looking at the science of mathematics, right, mathematics is systematically how an idea becomes manifested. You see what I'm saying? So again, let's take it to the lessons, right? It says Yaqub was born in the year 8,400, right? So here's the thing, right? We're going to keep it simple, right? And we're going to go back So we got a couple more answers here, right? So yeah, self-help bill, yeah, contemporaneously, uh, uh, when things happen at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, people and certain ancient animals was not contemporaneous. You know what I'm saying? You know, uh, us and George Washington were not contemporaries. But good word, good word. You know what I'm saying? Add that on, to the stuff that we do here, Red Jews. So you said born is being able to see the creation from the creator. So, like I said, we want to take it back to the knowledge degree, right? See, if history is predicted for 25,000 years, that means shit has been happening the whole time. So when it says Yakub was born in 8,400, right? It was predicted of him to make devil in the year 8,400. So see, that wasn't when he was physically birthed. See, he got the idea in the wisdom knowledge degree. He didn't start making things, it ain't start moving. The first laws wasn't instituted to the 28th degree. It says Musa was born in the year 11,000. Right? Now, those is both people that it was predicted of them to do that already. So that means that stuff was happening the whole time. It's not like you get predicted and then you apply, fall out the thin air. There's stuff that happens that builds up to that. The knowledge is going through stages of being lived out. So that, like a couple of people said on here, things is now manifested so that the world can see it. See, now it's not just seen by the third eye, right? It's seen by the third eye and the naked eye. Now, the naked eye may not comprehend all the things about it. The naked eye may not comprehend, right? The naked eye may not, comprehend all those things that came from the knowledge that built up to that, right? But with the naked eye, you can see rain, hail, snow in ears. You can see rain, hail, snow, also hear thunder above your head. But that don't mean you know who's causing all this act. You see what I'm saying? See, that's the issue with this 70% satisfied. See, self-help bill, I think I gotta ask you some questions, but I'm gonna stop you from answering right now because you're giving away too much. We need. I think you must be from my era or something. Maybe a little before you. Just made me forgot my question what I was about to ask. She said Musa was predicted 15,019 years from the day of that writing. Yeah, but shit is happening the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Musa had to live out his history in a certain place, right? Whoever is the people who, who's his 23 scientists, right? The people who came before him that planted those seeds that culminated in what he did, that was happening the whole time. So my question, I recall now what the question is does anybody know why the 30% was dissatisfied? Yeah, Infinite Clay, that's what he does. He always cuts me off when I'm talking. You shouldn't answer him this time because we dealing with some juice today. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Can't you self-out built? When you got the knowledge self-out built, you a ringer. Self-out built is a ringer on here. You know, why was the 30% dissatisfied? Yeah, now you a ringer self-out built. So I guess that they had a misunderstanding of the cipher. Okay, right? But when people have a misunderstanding, right, it's still based on something. It's based on lack of correct knowledge, right, or poor communication. So, yeah, son love, the question is, why was the 30% dissatisfied? So Divine says, if I recall correctly, it was they wanted to speak the same language. Um, I mean, that could be a detail. I'm not, but that's still we still, let's dig in. The original Mr. 120. What's the deal? See, we got, is who's the new Mr. 120, man? See, for y'all people that's just coming on here, right? This is what, and this is big, guy. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't, so look, we supposed to know 120. So he's not bragging about it, right? But Calm Islami was the first person that acknowledged 120 during the time of this live stream. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what that's what kind of, because y'all know I'm not even with all this internet shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they've convinced me to keep doing this live stream, right? Because I've seen people grow and develop. No matter what I say, I can't argue with that, right? Those are facts. You know what I'm saying? But look, what happened? What happened to everybody else? You understand what I mean? Like I said, he's already shown improving. Don Bishop, a couple other people too. Wise with a S. He used to be Wise with a Z. He's Wise with an S now. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, more people. I mean, I'm not thinking if I left you out. I'm not trying to belittle your accomplishment. We the guys. But just saying that, listen, where's the rest of the growth and development here? What's going on? We just entertainment here. So, you want to be entertained by my record. So Self-Out Bill said, I was exposed in the halfway house, but took the math alphabet and the same lessons, didn't get anything on cap until your lives I saw was much more than what I assumed, been studying and growing ever since. Well, you see, I didn't even see that comment before I was speaking, but now you didn't shut me up again. See, I don't like that. This is my show right here. Don't see when I'm talking. Don't be busy. Don't be busy making me look bad in the comments while I'm talking. So Carmen's mommy said, misplaced ego and pride caused dissatisfaction. They were following their big head lead. Anybody else want to add on to that? Yeah, but not for nothing, self-out, Bill. You see, you got a good grasp with it. So you made me think you had knowledge much longer than that. Okay, so again, right? We take it to the wisdom degree, right? Yakub established his law based on observation. You know, he's the founder of using that law. But he learned that one piece had magnetic in it, one piece had magnetic in it, and the other piece did not. He learned that. So that means it was stuff going on already. The 70% was holding the wisdom above the heads of the 30%. So you got people now, right? You got a certain amount of knowledge, and then you just use it, right, to try to be better than other people. You see what I'm saying? Like there's a way to use the knowledge, right? Like, see, look, I could, uh, if I was like, look, and you see this all in the Bible, right? You know what I'm saying? If I was like, look, I these classes, which not for nothing, I might do that, right? These classes is $49.99 per session, right? See, that's one way right there to put the wisdom above certain people, right? And then now, if you ain't got the $50, you're not a good 5%. See, that's a lot of what Jesus was doing in the Bible. Is you got all these people that's holding the wisdom and the understanding above people's heads. In order to get in the temple, you got to buy all the shit. You got to do shit the way these particular motherfuckers over here want you to do it. Not that that's based on no universal laws, but it benefits them. So this is, why motherfuckers is, okay, this sounds good. This motherfucker sounds like he's talking for the people. That's why you got to watch motherfuckers. He sounds like he's talking for the people. Yeah, I'm going to help y'all rise up against these motherfuckers that got their foot on your neck. But, I'm getting too deep off into that. My point is that shit was already happening. The entire time. It's not like somebody just said in the year one, look, it's going to be somebody named Yakub in 8,400. And then that was it. See, look, even in the nation, right? Allah said, my greatest is yet to come. Right? By that, he meant us. We wasn't there yet. But it wasn't like he just said that and then we just magically appeared. No, brothers was teaching that whole time. There's a direct line that you can, okay, this person taught that person, taught that person, taught that person, taught that person. Until now, because some of y'all talk about the internet. You know, not you self-out, Bill, but I'm saying, you got to catch, look, there's people who came on here, I don't know, we got some new people I got to ask you now. Did you buy your lessons from Amazon? Is it Amazon? Where is it? Yeah, I think it's Amazon. That to me is crazy. But I digress. You see, when you buy it on Amazon, right, you got to be aware, right? Because, I got some people that they're 95% that watch, right? Be aware, if you buy the lessons from Amazon, don't buy the red and white copy. Well, look, I ain't going to tell you what to do. If you want the red and white copy, get the red and white copy. But I'm just going to tell you that one is not ours. If you're unsure of which copy you got, right, check your 1 in 10. If the second degree says skunk in it, and the fifth degree says land and water, you got the wrong ones. Self-out Bill said, I traveled from Olympia, Washington to go to the show and prove. All right. Yeah, like I said, I just prefer, because I don't really understand the other way. Like, it's some things, I guess I have reached that age where some things where it's like, no, I don't understand how you do that. Like I can't, the easiest way to get the knowledge, right, is to locate the people that's the masters of it and work with them. You got any questions? Ask them. Now, I suppose, it's more difficult, if your mindset is not right. Yeah, depending upon the masters that you walk amongst, yeah, you can't be scared. You can't be scary. You can't be thin skinned. You can't, yes, you know what I'm saying? It's, it takes, to walk in those shoes, man, to walk next to those shoes. Yeah, but at the same time, that's the easiest way, bro. You do it like that, and by the time you 16, 17, you a master. So you got people that's been 20 years on the internet trying to figure this out. He said, if the determined idea was already predicted, wouldn't the dissatisfied be the answer to the 38th degree? I mean, well, wouldn't, do you mean, wouldn't the satisfied be the answer to that degree, right? I'm just trying to clarify your question right there, divine understanding. You said, now, like I said, I'm not saying you bought the lessons, but I'm just saying that this is what's going on out there. That was the original reason for the live, right? That was the original reason for the live, right? Okay, now divine understanding. So just adding on to what you're saying, right? So now the satisfied being the answer to the 38th degree, right? So now you see that you're the reason, not you divine understanding, but I'm saying all of us, right? The reason you made the devil is because you. And that's why it's your duty to take them off your planet. But yeah, that's you went in advance, you went in that advanced direction with that. We've been keeping it simple, but divine understanding, he wanted the gladiators though. You know what I'm saying? Divine understanding, he wanted the gladiators, so he took it to all those levels. But that's how we do here on Man and Jews. You see what I'm saying? We understand how to use these lessons, man. You know what I mean? And draw our understanding. But lessons on Amazon is crazy, but I'm telling you, there's a red and white version and a black and gold version. So small good says some of the most peace. Some of the most prominent deities include Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. In addition to these major gods, there are many other deities, including minor gods, goddesses, and regional deities that are also worshipped by the Hindu. Okay, so there's a little bit left field right there. Was fill me in. Was it something that I said that prompted that? That was another thing that came up today, in terms of when you deal with those ancient deities, right? Did people really mean those as gods in the same context that we understand it now, right? That peace, that we understand it now, right? That the Abrahamic faiths have shaped our concept of God, right? Because you're dealing with a couple of different things, right? You're dealing with an ancient concept, right? That people know that it's rain, hail, snow, and also hear thunder above their heads, but don't know who's causing it to happen, don't know what's causing it to happen. So you start coming to the conclusion and searching for who or what is up there that's causing that to happen, being that it's coming from up there. Right? You're dealing with that ancient concept, right? And then you're dealing with the terminology, right? The origin of the terminology is it's a German word, right? But then you're dealing with the practice, in the Christian world, right? 2000 BC, as opposed to the Asiatic world, right? The ideas that the Abrahamic faiths have gave us about who and what God is. You know what I mean? So just in general, when you're speaking about these ancient deities, right? Are you misunderstanding, right? What is the meaning of that based on, your history with the Abrahamic faiths? You know what I'm saying? Meaning like, you got a particular mindset about it. You see what I'm saying? So see, the original Mr. 120, see, he's from a different background. That's what I'm saying. Where certain things, when we read the lessons and we see Musa and we see Yakub and all of that, we can recognize those stories from, our background.
Understand? No, I don't think so, because it was the last one in.
Peace. Yo, we right here right now in the light beach, Southwest in UK. In the light in the women's bathroom. What is coming out of it? Yeah, and I'm hearing it hit. Like it's not coming, it's hitting and it's running. Alright. Peace. Had to handle a little detail right there. So 793rd, have you caught up to us? Have you caught up? So yeah, actually, I did some research too that apparently some guy in Sweden, he mixed eggs in malt and chocolate flavors, some other stuff or whatever. But at that time, I think I got a little understanding what Ovaltine is that people was trying to come up with superfoods, right? People was trying to come up with superfoods. Wait, what happened to the light right here?
I just turned it off.
This one?
Yeah, I think it's connected to this. It said bathroom, and look, it said bathroom back area.
Alright.
So
just gotta make sure that comes in. But you know what though? You can't do that because that one still gotta come on.
oh shit. Well, gotta kill that power because that light, the water's coming out through the light.
It's not gonna work if you just keep it off. The circuit is closed.
Well, yeah, it'll stay off. Yeah, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work to keep it off. But you gotta cut it back on for this.
Yeah, so now I'm saying as long as you got the power off, the circuit is closed.
Right. But in order to cut on this light, we gotta cut on the whole back section.
No, just cut it off at the switch, I'm saying.
Oh. So you want me to cut that back on and cut it off at the switch?
Yeah.
Now the power's still running, Ron. Current's still running like that.
I'm saying what it's gonna do.
I don't know. You say it, you should keep it off.
And I mean, so all of that shut down now?
There ain't no lights back. And it's gonna be
So yeah, we was talking about the Ovaltine that yeah, people was trying to come up with superfoods, and that's where like cereal comes from. The dude Kellogg and all that, he had like a whole program where you're supposed to eat the cereal, and then that was supposed to keep you away from all the bad foods or whatever. It was like a whole way of life that he was designing, and these bland cereal foods and shit was a part of it. You know what I'm saying? You said, okay, so the born degree in 1 and 14. That's I mean, shit, we might as well get into that soon because we will be here all night. But peace. What's freedom understanding? Oh, Justice is talking to you. My bad. Side rally going on. So
Make sure you see I got it.
Yeah, we got it. You know what? Put it. Well, I'm gonna print it out. I'm gonna print it. What's your name? And put the shit on the door when you come in the morning. Peace. But 793rd, have you caught up to us yet? Are you with us? The bar, what's the deal? So Noah's flood expresses any circumstances of immense adversity that cause a forced rapid change in a person's self-accrued immaturity, whose maturing process may have been painfully stubborn to accept. You see, this is look. I like this King's English shit. That's one thing I always liked about Love Eternal, man. Robbie and our other brother, Melcorn, they speak the King's English perfectly, man. Like if you want to learn how to speak English, Arabi's your man. Actually, Arabi's a language. He's a linguist. This motherfucker speak multiple languages and shit. Like Arabi's one of the people. You know nobody like that? That y'all be together, right? And then somebody come up, this motherfucker be speaking to them in a language. Yo, I forget. Yo, say, I'll never forget one day, we in a hotel, right? Me and this other brother, right? And then the ladies come, the maid service comes, right? And it's an Indian lady and shit, right? And the guy opens the door and says some shit to her and shit, and she starts waving and shit and walks away. I was like, yo, son. Like, that to me is some shit where look, only in the 5%, man. No matter what language it is, man, I'm running to a brother that speaks it. That's nuts, man. But oh yeah, the question, 793rd. Do you remember when people used to use the saying, I haven't heard in a long time, when people used to say one thing led to another? Have you ever heard a situation, right, where one thing led to another, right, and another was a good thing? Like a person ever said, look, one thing led to another, and I realized I owe you that money. Like it's always was so fucked up happening. Like, yo, what happened with that? Yeah, one thing led to another. Have you ever, is it just me? Or is that always the explanation for something fucked up? I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't think in general, right? As a general rule, right? When somebody talks to me like that, I avoid that person. I don't want to be with that person. Like, oh, you that type of person that one thing you lead to another? Like, nah, man. Oh, man. Sir Love said that's my reply when I don't call people back. You see what I'm saying? Whenever somebody would explain something fucked up, they always say, yeah, one thing led to another. You know, it's kind of like, look, you know, when people say it is what it is, right? You know, so it's you know, every blue moon, that's a good thing. Every blue moon is just telling you, look, this is what it is, not more, not less. But what about those times when people say it is what it is, meaning it's not what it's supposed to be? Have you ever heard it is what it is in that context? A little bit different there. Seven Eight Third said, that's that BS. I will not deal with people who speak like that to me, as I lost a leather coat over some itch like that. Somehow Pitbull chewed it out. Hey, say, hey, look, look, Red Pool, I was just getting ready to say that, man. What happened to my killer tape? Precisely. The infamous killer tape, man. I don't know, man. Cats came over. Yeah, for you. The fuck they got to do with my tape, though? Hey, listen, man. You know, I'm sorry, hey, look, man. You know, sometimes I gotta digress, man. You know, see, when I'm away from the office, this is the kind of shit you know, which I think I just go around, just, you know, stand there with a diploma like this all day, shit, or some scholarly shit. Shit happens, and I'll be like, damn, man, the fuck is up with that? You know, so, you know, it's just a question, you know. Sometimes I teach y'all, sometimes y'all gotta teach me. That's how it goes. So, we on right now. So, we dealing with the born degree, right? We going into, did we answer? Did we answer all the stuff that I did? Because see, I done got sidetracked. Do we have any questions on what we dealt with already before we got a request to go into the born degree in 1 and 14? There said I can let nobody killer tape me no more. Oh man. Listen, so do we have any questions about what we covered already? You know, because I already told you, you know, I was born on a wisdom day. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, through my wisdom, you see my understanding so clearly, right? That you know, it's people don't have to ask a question. There's no more light left to be given. You said, I don't understand what it means when people say felt some kind of way. Well, no, that's how I use that term. You know, you know, see, it's that's like it's kind of a regular term. You see what I mean? Because you know, feel some kind of way, right? Means that you have a level of emotion that you're ready to act on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, somebody, you loan somebody your killer tape, right? And then they came back telling you one thing led to another, and now you feel some kind of way about that. You understand what I'm saying? You know, it's definitely, you know, as with emotions in general, right? You know, the negative ones tend to be more, you know, stand out a little bit more. You know what I mean? But it could also be, you know, like 793rd say, you know, it might be a woman or whatever in your atmosphere, you know, and she got you feeling the type of way. where you ready to go up and holler, that's feeling some kind of way too. But that's how I use it, I'm saying. Yeah, Black Justice came in. So all right, so back to your point, do we have any questions about what we was dealing with before we move on to the Born and Green and 114? And for Justice, do we have any specific things? What is it that we what is it that we what's the name? What is it that what is it? I mean, do we have any specific aspect of that? Because see, as when we say go through these lessons, it's layers upon layers. So like I said, I could give you this, the the high school, what it was that how far I drew things up at that level, which is still right and exact, but it's just not as I didn't have the other layers of understanding. So do we have any particular aspect of that we want to draw up? So if our Bill said, just watch your feelings because they could be misleading. Indeed. Ooh, here we go. The boy got so born and agree in the 110 and 136. Okay, so listen, can we, are we where we at? Like what is there anything, which angle we coming from? Is there a specific question you have about that degree? Because let me tell you something. All of these things I can break down in one sentence. But what is it that would help you see the whole thing a little bit easier? So let's go ahead and start with the 1 and 10, right? So born God, right? Do you have, something specific in that degree? Say, can emotions be equated to the swift and changeable currents of the build degree in the 140? Yeah, but that depends on the individual. You know what I'm saying? Some people personality is, swift and changeable. Okay, so you said I draw up the born again in 1 to 10 to me be mean reborn or rebirth. I'm trying to, I can't break that down, which is what you mean by that. Okay, so if you have no beginning or ending, right? How does that, like, how is that being reborn or rebirth? Right, just as so, we have no birth record, that's the simplest. In order for there to be a record, there has to be somebody there to record it. Right. So for instance, right, there's a first person in history. I can't remember his name. It's a Sumerian guy, right? That he's the first person that they know by name. Meaning, like, there's people before him, of course, that's known. People who made stone tools, right, existed before this person, right? Whoever invented the wheel, right? Even if round things already existed, whoever harnessed that potential, right, for their benefit, that person existed before this guy that I'm talking about. But he's the first person whose name appears in written records. They're not, exactly sure who he was. They think that he was the clerk that was keeping the records. You understand what I'm saying? So us being the original man, there was no one here to record us coming, and so then there's no birth record. So one guy said, my date of birth is just my rebirth, is what I'm saying, if that's just my seed. Well, now, see, you missed the first part of the what's name, right? That's when your existence reached a level where it could be detected by the naked eye, right? Where you're interacting here amongst the people. You understand what I'm saying? But, hold on 1 second, y'all. Matter of fact, we do a little, let me put a little interlude on for y'all while we, what's the name here? so we back. So what was we covering right there? Did again? Yeah, that's why I like being. All right, that's what it is. Then we come back. All right, yeah. So now, so here's the thing I got to say about rebirth and reborn, right? Re means to do again, right? Do again does not coincide with always will be. See, when you say, like, if something doesn't have an ending, right? How can it be reborn? How can it be anything? You see what I'm saying? See, like, if I'm understanding what you're saying correctly, right? It's like you saying that Allah, right? The man is being reborn through each of us every time one of us get existence, right? One of us get the knowledge, I mean. But no, he always existed. It wasn't a time when he didn't exist. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we are all we is fruit, right? But it's the tree never, it didn't read nothing. So one thing I noticed is that grown mentioned in the ninth degree in both the 136 and the 114, I find things like that interesting. Reminds me of all the correlations in the lessons and that they matter. Yeah, now see, now you got a particular set of lessons, right? Mine doesn't say grown. Mine says big, right? And see, the understanding of that is that, yeah, he's big physically, right? But growth deals with development. And so even though he's developed physically, right? Mentally, being blind, deaf, and dumb, he wasn't able to develop. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why the things that was done to him now that he's a little boy, right? Those wrong foods was fed to him as a baby, right? To make him blind, deaf, and dumb. So he's never developed to the state of actually being a grown man, right? And, we talk about 1934, right? Where, brothers was allowing, colored men that was younger than them to refer to them as boy. But what you're saying in terms of the correlation there, right? If that's what your lesson say, you got to draw that up. It's not that there's no understanding in the way you got it. I'm just saying you got to draw it up. PC realm. You have was a matter of fact, I don't know, because we right now I'm in the middle of the thing. I don't know. We got no time for one of your questions. There's some people right now. We've been avoiding Phil. Phil ain't come in yet. So you said, in other words, my mind is older than this physical body. The mind always existed. This is just a new vehicle to carry me through this existence. Yeah, but okay. So that's the physical body, right? Okay, so when was the physical body born the first time? Because you just said the mind always existed, right? So what was the first time your physical body was born, which would make it correct for you to say you was reborn? Life of law. You said, I born that from applying supreme alphabet to it. Okay, so what in the supreme alphabet talks about being reborn? So King Map said, I see both degrees are about growth and development. You mean the lack of growth and development? So you said the 18th letter, 1 plus 8 equals 9. You gotta draw more. I can't. I'm still not. But yo, that's we about to institute some cybersecurity stuff over here. So I might need you to be one of the do a little bit of mentoring on that tip right there, VC realm. But yeah, I'm still not making a connection yet. So when I look at it and apply it to myself, see who and what and where I am in those degrees, I grow and develop. Uh, okay. See, one thing you gotta realize, right, is that all those lessons, right? That those it tells you, right? Those as far as questions and Elijah's answers, right? That if we was gonna write those degrees, right, then we would say, why does God make the devil study from 35 to 50 years? Right? Before he call himself, well, we don't make people study 35, 50 years. That's we wouldn't put 35, 50 years. But why do we make them study the science before they can call themselves a 5% too? You know what I mean? And the reason I say that is because you have to identify who you are in whatever it is that you read. Right? So like I said, look, if I read the Bible, right, I'm not the people getting smited. When I read the Bible, I'm God. I'm not these people over here. I'm not the people getting flooded and drowned. I'm not the people getting burned in the hellfires. I'm God. You see what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say that you got to look at the context of the lessons too. You understand what I'm saying? And so when you look at the context of the lessons, right, are they talking about you? You understand what I'm saying? So for me, I see what you're saying in terms of, you got the made planet and you got the grown planet, right? But you also have the beginning. So, see, like when you said, hold up, was that Self-Out talking to me? Oh, no, that was King Matt, right? So, when you first get the knowledge, right, you don't really know what you're dealing with, right? You were made planet. Like anytime when somebody asks you a question, the answer that you give them is what people told you that this is what it is, right? And then, like you said, you deal with growth and development. You grow up, right, in the knowledge. You grow in development, and now you grown planet. Now you out there, you build it, right? You may have some people that just got the knowledge, man, that's made planets. You see, eventually, what I realize is I'm the beginning. See, it says those planets is made or grown from the beginning. Remember, they talking about the sun, moon, and stars. Right? They are planets. Planets is something that is made or grown from the beginning. So see, if I'm the beginning, right, I'm the maker. So that's not really for me. There's context, right? When you put it in certain context, you know what I'm saying? And then also, like I said, when you deal with it in the 1 in 36, it's actually saying that this person has not grown and developed from the stage when they was a little boy, right? Uh-oh, here comes Alamel. Alamel must have just got off, y'all. We, we in for it now. Said, Born God said, also in the 1 in 36, the above question is actually number 9 because 10 is not a question. He said, I see a lot of people with a misunderstanding of that. It's just the wording. The comment changes everything before the number 10. Okay, now, here's the thing about when you deal with the above question number 10, right? There's another question that's above number 11. There's a question number 10 that's above number 11. And in that question, right, that's above there, it says Buddhism is 35,000 years old and Christianity is 551 years old. Right? Those are the wrong foods. Right? That's there's pig on every level, right? There's swine, should I say, on every level, right? There's swine in the air, there's swine in the sea, there's swine in the land, and there's mental swine too, right? Emotional swine. So there's that part too. Life said there is manhood, adulthood, and godhood. This deals with the age of maturity and stages of personal development as an individual in the mind, which requires how the mind is influenced based on many aspects. Indeed. Whoa, where'd you get this one from? Alabama. Since I told y'all about Alabama, I told y'all we was in trouble, man. So Alabama says, unfortunately, 60% of Yaqub's followers were females. So is that where we get this one from? Where did we get? You know, we always in for it, man. When Antoine King. So Antoine King, you said you interested in cybersecurity lessons. So I think this is it. Let me see. You can try this. Try to try to try to send an email, Antoine King, to this try to send an email to this address right here. And I think that's it. So, we'll be in contact. But on Monday, we're about to blast off. You know what I'm saying? On Monday, we're going to start introducing certain things. Some people is going to, if you want to come in, you come in. We're going to have instruction here, right? But, if you're comfortable enough, we could, give you the thing and you run the plays on your own. You know what I'm saying? But, all in all, we're going to deal with the academy part. You know what I'm saying? This is a large school street academy, right? So, just it's technical, right? It's technical, but a school, you deal with general instruction, but academy deals with, teaching specific skills, right, in specific subjects. So, I'm about to live that part out. Look, Larry Turner, I was about to say that next, that the 1 in 36 wasn't always like that with the numbers. You see what I'm saying? Born God? You said, does this have anything to do with the above question? You said that is number 10. Mine just said the above question number 10. This is what I'm saying. That wasn't, the way you see it on the what's the name, the word is, each sentence wasn't enumerated in the very beginning. You can kind of look at it and see the difference in format, right? From who's the original man, right? That's different from my name is W.F. Muhammad. I came to North America by myself. See, this is one sentence. This is one idea. This is not like the other lessons where you got one question and one answer, then you move to another topic. So there's that part. So Alamel said, Yaqub ironed out the wisdom before the knowledge. Now look, there's some science in what you're saying here, right? I don't know about this 60 to 60%. So Born God said, I'm going to have to say now cipher on that. So what is it that you're saying now cipher on? I don't know about the 60%. You still got to break that down for me. You still got to break that down for me, right? Where you got the 60% number from, right? But it is true. If you look at the Wisdom Bill decree, right? There's nothing in there about the man. So now you know what Yaqub's law on unlike attract and like repel, right? You see how he used the power of magnetic. Now don't go twisting what I said. But in a degree, right? When they stick a pin in the head of the black baby, they give the mother an explanation for what happened. It didn't say they gave the father no explanation about what happened. So there is that part. But I still, where did you get the 60% from? You said emphatically no. If you follow the 136, those first 12 degrees in order is telling a story step by step. Yeah, but why would it tell the story step by step? Because see, now we just get into, the facts is that it was a paragraph, right? And then they put numbers on it. But just saying, so even that, when you say the first 12 degrees tell a story, no, the whole 36 degrees tell one story. It tells a story about who is W.F. Muhammad and why are you over here in Black Bottom telling these people what you're telling them. That's the 136. Who are you and what are you doing over here in Black Bottom telling these people this stuff? So wait, I'm playing semantics, right? But there's the first 12 steps and another 12 and another 12. Okay, can you break this down? What's the, and why 12 steps? Why not 9 steps? If we go by steps and we're using our system, right? Why not 9 steps? That's how and what C means. No, that's not what C means. That's why they use baby language. That's why Elijah just said that the kids should read the story instead of the devil's bedtime stories. Well, listen, you appear to be, pretty decided on what it is that you're saying. So I'll move on, bro. This thing where you're splitting up the lessons into 12 steps and see, you're not answering a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing is you're just making accusations. We're dealing with semantics. I don't know what plain semantics is, but can you tell me where does this 12 steps come from? I just got a mathematical mind. I break down the 136 in different ways. That's what comes from studying it for years, months, and days. Okay, so how many years, months, and days is this you've been studying? Because your mathematical mind. Why not steps of 3? Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Where are you getting 12 from, bro? You just pulling numbers out the air? Like, what is this? Where'd you get this from? Astrology? Did you get this from the 12 months of the year? Where'd you get this? He said, I can break down the 1 in 36 in 6 pieces, being at the first 6 are statements. I got time today, just one. Okay, so listen, let me give you a chance then. Let me give you a chance. Give you a chance, man. Maybe we see who you really are right now. Hit the link, bro. Hit the link, born God. Because you said you got time. See, because I'm keeping 100 with you. The way you talking, see, I like to know who everybody is, bro. I like to know who everybody is. Yo, bro, you ain't answering none of the questions nobody said. You're not addressing the fact that the 1 in 36 was not always numbered. So you said the 12 steps come from living out these mathematics day to day. The first 12 days of the 31-day month, I go through every degree day by day, step by step. What is so hard to understand? Actually, nothing so hard to understand now. But what's your real name? Because I'm not calling you born God no more. Justice. Let's get to that born degree in 114. What is you want to talk about, man? Because we done here. See, this is why y'all gotta watch who you teaching, man. See, this is why this internet stuff is not good, G. This is why this stuff is not good. What's the Muslim son question? I mean, the sword of justice, the sword was an emblem of justice, and it was used by the original man in that time. I mean, that's what people had then. They didn't have guns. From 35 to 50 years before he can call himself a Muslim son, that means for life. Because remember, he got to try to learn and do like the original man. That's for life. You see what I'm saying? Because once you don't do that, right, and you just like the other devils. In terms of the Muslim son part, they using Islam, but under different guises. See, like Arabi knows a lot about that, right? About different Muslims, right? And the kind of knowledge and research that they had, right? And how that knowledge was transferred over into the Christian world, right? So, one of the big examples is you had Al-Jabbar, right, who was a mathematician, and algebra comes from Al-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? So, they're employing those laws, right? But they not letting people know that's what they're doing. You said, why is Muhammad keeping it? No, Muhammad's not keeping it a secret. They keeping it a secret. Well, there was no Shriners and Masons then. You know what I'm saying? But see, you got, like, for instance, right, another time when this happened, right? Because, they talking about a specific instance, no doubt, right? But the colored man has come amongst us and studied a lot of times, right? So another example of this is like in the power degree in the 1 in 14, right? When you have all those crusaders that came to Palestine, right? And then they got certain knowledge that they went back with, but they never told nobody that this is really Islam that we practicing over here. Dubois said Al-Jabbar referenced the golden age of the Moors by Ivan van Sertima. So, this was going on the whole time. Like this example, right? You can look at it, meaning it's pictures of it, right? When you look at the castles of Europe before the Crusades, right? And look at the castles of Europe after the Crusades. Those stone castles and those big, huge churches and all of that stuff comes from when they went in the Crusades and they came back with the knowledge on how to build like that. You know what I'm saying? There's evidences of things, right, that we see how the European way of life, right, was improved. There's lots of things. A lot of things that start with al, they got from the Muslims. Alcohol, they got distilling from the Muslims. You said 35 to 50 equals 85. So regardless of the devil's possessions of the lessons, he still can't rise to the level of the 5%. The sword is there to remind him of that. You know, that's a little bit different take on it. But back in the days, we should say that the 35 to 50 is 85 because it's the Muslim sons that's feeding the 85s the wrong foods. That's, we was kids. You should always take that degree to mean that the 10% know who the true and living God is. Right. But they not letting the people know that. See what I'm saying? And that is what makes them the 10% necessarily. That's the definition. But there's all these different things that occurred in Europe, right? After the Muslims. Like, listen, the Olympics, another example. The Greeks lost their history. The first modern Olympics was in 1896. That's not we call it the legacy of that. That wasn't an ongoing thing from the ancient times in Greece. They lost all that history, and then sometime in the late 1800s, they found it back, and in 1896 they brought the games back or whatever. That was the first modern Olympics. Stolen Legacy by G.M. James gives examples of them not mentioning the source of what they have come to define as their way of life. The Olympics was part of Greek Renaissance, to my understanding. I mean, yeah, I guess you could say it was, a kind of Renaissance, but it was rediscovered recently, in terms of history. I think the way they got it is it's ancient times, medieval times, the Renaissance, and then modern history. It was rediscovered in modern history times. Like I said, the 10% of the Muslim saying no, based upon the secret. The secret was the black man was the creator, and this is why they continue daily to teach them how to eat the wrong foods, which is religion. Harabi is wilding out in the comment section right now. Ah, man. The ages represents as well those on lower levels of masonry who are workers of the craft, e.g., junior wardens, etc., and the 50 years for the age of the worshipful masters, etc., who hold higher powers of control in the craft and public society. I mean, yeah, they advancing, but it's for life. So you just have to get that off, right? This is you just hey, listen, we gotta put this. I'm gonna put this up on the screen for you, VC Round. Hey, by the way, BC Rum, you know, our Knicks, our team, the Knicks, the New York Knicks, me and you, our team, yeah, we won tonight. Just saying. We won, VC Rum. See, the rest of y'all on the live, y'all don't know. See, me and VC Rum, we Knicks fans right here like this. We Knicks fans. The Sixers, yeah, I didn't see that game. Right now I'm not really interested in no other teams. Like, a lot of the new stars I haven't really even seen. I only watch the Knicks, man. The Knicks just got rid of 2 lottery picks. They picked in the lottery, but see, one thing about professional sports, mediocrity is death. And the Knicks is, those players that they got rid of is kind of stuck there. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're an NBA player. Everybody in the NBA is nice. That's the last, the 589th guy, right, is nice. You know what I'm saying? But necessarily that, he's going to carry you to the chip. Like that's the difference. See, me, I'm looking for chips, and I'm not, just like good players and all that. And look, even if we don't win a chip, you gotta play like, listen, that was it. The only thing you could have did other than that is pull the last Boy Scout and just pull out on the court and just shoot they star player or something, which is of course against the rules. So, I'm not mad if you don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? But if you gave us a good run, then, because see, I'm not all that star shit. I'm tell you, one of my favorite Knicks, Kirk Thomas. You know what I'm saying? Would I ever bring Kirk Thomas up? Like, if we was talking about the greatest players of all time, like, you're going to bring up Kobe, or Jordan, or LeBron, or whoever you're going to bring up, right? And I'm going to be like, yeah, but what about Kirk Thomas? Nah, that's not going to happen. You understand what I mean? But he was a great Knick. You know what I'm saying? When he was here, he rocked out to the best of his ability, and we went to the chip when he was here. So say what you want to say about first round, lottery, whoever, son, niggas wasn't Kirk Thomas. Chris Childs, those is Knicks, man. So what about the sacrifices, the number 13, the methods of how they are able to see our thoughts and truly push the pins in society heads with distractions and deceptions? Break this down. Who are you talking about? Who sacrifices? Yeah, 793rd. Look, that I looked at that too. Like, look, yeah, you go home, man. You know what I'm saying? Go back over there where you probably play good. Be around family. So the 140 also alludes to the 40 weeks in the womb, and the 114 also deals with the window of conception. See, I told y'all, listen, son, Alamel must have punched out. Alamel must have punched out. Alamel must have punched out because here he comes, man. Well, I mean, the OG dude just got here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm not, look, play on the court, and then I decide if I like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't watch dudes' social media and all of that. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? If he rock out while he's here, right? If I see you making tough shots in the clutch, then you're going to become one of my Knicks, man. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know, in professional sports in general, man, a lot of people look good on paper. That's a low blow right there, Edward Green. You you didn't have to do Charles Smith like that. Listen, Charles Smith thought he finally lived that down, man. After 30 years. After 30 years, man. The man can't even live a life no more without. Yo, born guy, get the fuck out of here, man. You told we could think what we want. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? We teaching what we teaching. Go teach what you teach, man. Let me see you be successful at that. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I want to see you live all that out. See, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. See, we can say whatever we want to say. So you can make up all this complicated shit, right? And he said that's his C, that's his understanding. Okay, let me see you take that to 4. Let me see you take that to culture and live that out. See, that's another reason why I keep it simple. Because I know at the end, you got to live that out. So you can come with all this shit and be teaching people that you could jump over the moon and all that shit. But then when somebody asks you to jump over the moon, right? When they say, oh, you got to walk through the wall. Don't be surprised. So at the end of the day, deal with what you're dealing with. Hold on. I forgot I could kick you out now. That's how you handle that. See, that's why Destroy is there. See, when you're going from knowledge to born, right? And you write about to complete what you're about to complete, and then you see something's in the mix that ain't supposed to be here, destroy that. So then you could be born alive. Yeah, listen, man. We ain't got time to figure shit out. Yeah, you're right, Brett Poole. He started out good. He started out good. I don't know what happened to him. And see, that's one of the reasons. That's why it's better if we be around each other. Because see, you can figure these people out in 2 seconds when we in person. See, right here, you can't. Yeah, that's how you do it. See, I don't know what it is. Is it me, or since 2024 came in, we've had a lot of examples. There's just been a lot of examples to live shit out. So, Devon, you speaking then about you saying that so you're saying other activities of the 10% is this what you put up here where you said you said the sacrifices, the number 13, the methods of how they are able to see our thoughts and truly push the pins in society has with distractions and deception. Okay. Now a lot of this, if I'm understanding what you're saying correctly now, right? A lot of this is in the wisdom build degree. Right? It's in the wisdom build degree how they've adjusted all the first rules and regulations, including all laws, to be enforced while manufacturing the devil, right? They've also used those rules and regulations, including all laws, to be enforced while maintaining their existence. You see what I'm saying? See, just like we say, right? In order for us to realize our full power, right, then we got to live out the nature in which, you know what I'm saying, that this is where we from, right? This is what we about. This is the essence of our nature, is the supreme mathematics. And we got to continue to live that out to be successful, right? So they got to continue to kill the black sheep. Right? So these things, what you saying right here, yeah, they got all different ways, right? They got to, right, affect your mind, right? Because, like, who's the brother that wrote the book? I should be ashamed right now. Don't let nobody notice, right? But who was the brother that wrote the book that they took the chains off the body and put them on the mind? You see what I'm saying? And so they moved all the how they applying the rules and regulations, including all laws, to something mental. You understand what I'm saying? What the hell are you doing back in? Oh, I see what you put that there for now, Justice. How you, oh. Let me get this nigga out. How the hell can I get you? You've been removed. What you doing back? You grown ass man, though. You grown ass people get kicked out of somewhere and come back. Who the fuck does that? He said, I got the 60% because Yakub was the original black man, the father of the devil, and he could not complete his cipher unless he used females first to attract males who were governed by their 5 senses. I mean, so you're saying that Yakub invented flirty fishing? Hey, listen, that's on you, brother. I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying? I know that, he was telling his people, man, what his plan was and what the outcome was gonna be, and that's how he drew them up. And, like I said, to you know, to take men out of their nature, right, is necessarily going to leave their women vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And once the woman is vulnerable, the baby is vulnerable. You know what I mean? So this is a part of their Lord. You know what I'm saying? Under like a trap and like a pep. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, they have to continue to live in their nature, right, in order to be successful. And for them, remember, being successful is existing, right? Because according to the lesson, they ain't supposed to be here no more. So things tend to move quick on here from subject to subject. So my formula is to soak in more than I rinse out. How some brothers get on here and try to complicate things is beyond me. Yeah, and then see, I'm telling you what it is too. You gotta know how to shut the fuck up. They just in general, see, when I said, listen, I got the knowledge the easy way by going to the masters and shutting the fuck up and letting them tell me something, man. See, even some things that I didn't understand at first. I just drew the knowledge, and some of it, I just now realized, like, yo, say, I know why God said that. Like, that's the first rule of learning. Shut the fuck up. See, that's how I got it. See, it's kinder and gentler now. And see, when I give it to y'all, I tell y'all, listen, the first law is silence. You see, remember I told you, I went around the masters and you had to have thick skin. You couldn't be scary, all these things. Listen, man, shut the fuck up or take your ass the fuck out of here. Because see, and you gotta remember, see, now y'all dealing with people that, as I said, you can't want somebody to have the knowledge worse than they want to have, because then you ain't gonna tell them the truth all the time. Because you're gonna be scared that they're gonna go their way. He said, if you talk too much, brothers won't like you either. Won't get no Jews that way. You can't, yeah. Like, that's a part of it, man. And I'm gonna tell you, I get that a lot. Where people, somebody asks me a question, right? If somebody say, yo, God, what's that right there? I say, yeah, that's a chair. They'd be like, yeah, God, but he got 4 legs. Yeah, that's a chair. Yeah, nah, but I was over there and all right, God, get the fuck out of here. What the fuck you asked me for? Like, if you know, what did you ask me for? And see, that's why I got rid of Born God. See, even if he's the true and living, right, it's time for him to go someplace else. Because see, I already got this. This is my channel. But say, just in general, right, when you find yourself bickering with people that got the knowledge, one of the reasons for that is because y'all ain't supposed to be teaching each other. You're supposed to be teaching 85%. So you sit there, that's what happens, man. That's how we get into these minuscule conversations, right, over a word or something, and then we get all the way sidetracked. This nigga here, you gonna see me when you see me. You see me right now, motherfucker. What you talking about? Now I'm telling man evergreen. Don't tell them a motherfucking thing. Hey, look. Hey, Brad Poole, was you one of the people that asked me about when the next project is coming out? Because you know I got the last demo. It's just a little couple of EP shit. But I got right here, it's the last demo. You know, we're gonna blast this out, then we're gonna get out of here. You see what I mean? Because you know, people's wilding out. You know what I'm saying? People are wild. But see, this is why you don't gotta worry about that. Edward Green. See, because I'm at peace. Remember we talked about that yesterday? See, I'm at peace. Even in the midst of hell, devils all around me, because I'm the peace with the magnetic. You understand what I'm saying? That's part of being at peace. You say all that anymore, it don't matter. You see, this is when you're not at peace. Like, why do you keep having to tell us something? We've already told you we don't want to hear what you got to say. Oh, I see what it is. I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. Now you're out of here. Good. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna wind this up like this. Look, and I think this is apropos. It's apropos. It's apropos for today.
What you sow when you sow what you reap. Stay away in the streets. Keeping out the big beware the beats. What you sow when you sow what you reap. Stay away in the streets. For the doors open, front leave the floor soaking. Christ where it's hard to smoke. Since a young God, a large chosen, and they don't really want his part of showing. Escalate, then the business praying. Never mind what them bitches saying. Black God for life. Bring along like your team ain't as strong as Christ. In the hood where our lives spend, it's understood under 5%. Beats come up in the east where the guns speak. Talk a minute, probably by New York business. King Christ, I'm off for witness. Bring some sharps in it. But fuck all that enemy shit, more people will give me what the Kennedys get. More blunts, more Henny to split. Over petty shit. Pass the Getty, hit the gas and get ready. We out where the average deadly. Reap what you sow when you sow what you reap. Stay away in the streets. Keeping out the snake bait, beware the beats. Reap what you sow when you sow what you reap. Stay away in the streets. I'm with God's will. From the head to a long bill. Catch a room that's hard to heal. They discharge themselves. You might escape if you beat basket. Make it up, stay to make it casket. Stay in school and be great. dwelling in deep. My third eye never fell asleep. Deep in the scene, I see these streets as me. Reap what you sow, when you sow what you reap. Stay away in these streets. Keeping out the snake bait, beware the beats. Reap what you sow, when you sow what you reap. Stay away in these streets. Keeping out the snake bait, beware the beats. Reap what you sow, when you sow what you reap. Stay away in these streets. Keeping out the snake bait, beware the beats. Reap what you sow, when you sow what you reap. Stay away in these streets. Keeping out the snake bait, beware the beats.
So there you go, Rishiro. We got it. You know, it's all demos right now. But coming soon. So we got any last before we you know, we spanned some topics, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, we had somebody test our piece, right? And we showed and proved that, see, the piece is already in us. See, he wasn't that piece. That's why he kept feeling like he got something he got to tell me. Like, bro, we separated ways. See, that's peace. See, like, look, I'm from New York, right? Where, look, you can walk down the block and never see a motherfucker again. Like, if that's the case, then me and you don't got beef. Like, if I can fucking click end stream on this live stream and you going, bro, that's not beef. Like, that's not something, you know, in this day and time, right? Me, in the state of peace that I'm in, I'm pursuing something like that. You know, I don't need to give you a piece of my mind. And a lot of people, right, don't need to give me a piece of their mind because they ain't got enough to spare. So there's that. He said, depending on how one lays out how they got 120, the way I got mine to 60th degree is what is the meaning of MGT and GCC. Yeah, and see, that's the problem. Is that it depends on how you got your degrees. You know, a lot of these, you know, that's one of those things that developed over time, people saying that. You know, putting the whole degrees in that kind of order. You know, because I'll amount, you know, we do have, you know, there is a factor here, right? That there's 122 degrees. Did anybody realize that? That's the last question, then we out of here. Did anybody realize that if you count the lessons up and you got the lessons after the 11th, the 12th degree and the 13th degree was put up there, right? That there's actually 122 degrees. But yeah, like Justice said right here, 2 degrees was repeated. The square miles of the planet Earth is in the 110 and the 140. And the Earth is 93 million miles away from the sun, is in the actual facts and the solar facts. But you know, you got people that got, you know, the only, yeah, actually not. If you go back in the days, you even got some people that got their 140, you know, before everything. So, you know, there's that part. But at any rate, you know, we'll go ahead and, you know, we'll go out, you know, we'll mellow out. Let's mellow out. think, did I play this yesterday? Yeah, I think this might be our official. You know, we got the intro. We played the same intro today. But you got Contact 7 already? Because see, I'm gonna tell you what I realized after a while. I haven't even been really using the whole shit. Like I was just using a couple of what's name. But yeah, we're gonna just go out nolly. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to all the good people out there. You know, everybody do the each one teach one. If you made it this far, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Everybody except Born God, of course. And you know, sign out. I mean, like I said, you know, things is hectic. Like I told you, you know, we got these programs, cybersecurity, et cetera, et cetera. You know, some other brothers got some things they coming through with, you know, so, you know, I do, you know, it's not like I'm just sitting around twiddling my thumbs during the rest of the time. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, in the meantime, in between time, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make it on for the rest of the week. You know, hopefully I will. If not, like I said, we're going to mellow out like this. I'm going to sign off and say peace.